Morning, beautiful people. It's Robin from Soul to Soul. Lovely to see you. Welcome along to my Yin yoga practice today. It's called Feel to Heal. So it's a really nice way to just reconnect with your body, reconnect your breath, connect with the earth, but also to the heavens above. We really focus on our breathing. It's a nice way to release. So when we inhale, I'll say grow tall with the breath. So imagine someone's pulling you up through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, it's the release, the letting go, the grounding, so we can feel really connected. So I'm just going to adjust myself there. So I am using a bolster, if you can see. If you haven't got a bolster, then you can use a pillow or a blanket or even yoga mats wrapped, rolled up together. So let's start. Just sitting up nice and tall. Find your comfortable place. Just take a moment to adjust yourself so that you can feel the most connected to your body. Feel like you can lift yourself up nice and tall and then relax the bottom down to the earth. Pull the core in and just lift yourself up. Even if you feel like you're exaggerating the lifting up, there's a little bit of a puff out of your chest. And just have a moment to blissfully close your eyes. And while we're sitting here in our peaceful pose, just have a moment to see how you're feeling today. How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling emotionally? How are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling spiritually? Just observe any feelings that come up for you, just notice them. We're not judging them, we're just noticing. We're not planting the seed, we're just observing. It's like we're looking outside from in. And let's open our eyes and sit up tall. Just notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Your breath will guide you to also tell you how you're feeling. If you're tense, your body will actually be breathing quite heavy. That's the tension that you're carrying. And if you're feeling quite relaxed, your breath will also be quite soft and relaxed. So just be aware. Now let's purposely bring a nice deep breath as we reach up to the sky and exhale that big stretch out. Inhale, rising up, waking up our bodies, stretching out. And exhale that big yawn almost. And rise to the sun. This time palms together, pull the palms together, we bring them down to our heart center. And pierce the fingertips up to the sky, looking up. Exhale that big stretch out. Just very slowly take your head down and looking at your feet. And then inhale, slowly inhale as you lift the chin. And exhale, looking up to the sky and release. You might even do that ha breath. And then slowly bring your chin down to look at your feet. And inhale, lift up nice and slow. And let the breath take you as you look up. A little bit of a squeezing of your shoulder blades. And then slowly bring the head down. And inhale, lift the chin. And breathe. And bring your head on top of your neck and reach the arms up to the sky. Bring your hands down to your heart center. Exhale. This time, clasping the hands, lift up with the inhale breath. And a gentle push away from you. Your shoulders come down away from your ears. I always say I love my ears. I love my shoulders. But I don't like my shoulders as my earrings. So we relax the shoulders down. Inhale, lift yourself up. And a big stretch out. Clasping the hands behind your back this time. Squeeze your shoulder blades and open up your heart. A little bit of a lift of the chin. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together and gently release. And squeeze. So it's just your shoulder blades that are squeezing nice and tight. And release. Squeeze them. And release. And one more. Squeeze. And release. Bring your hands on top of your thighs. And actually just give your thighs a gentle rub. Just pushing quite hard with the palm of your hand. This is going to bring some blood circulation in your body, and you want as much energy as we possibly can to be flowing. Even get your fists and give them a wee little whackety whack. It just wakes up the muscles. If they've been sleepy. And relax the shoulders down. Take a nice deep breath, reaching up with the right arm. And as you exhale, gently tip over to the side, reaching out. Lifting up with the inhale breath. And exhale, soften. It's a ha as you release that breath. And the left arm extends up with the inhale. And exhale, gently tip over, waking up through the internal organs, squeezing, reaching out. Rise to the sky. And exhale, soften as you release the breath. You might even put that smile on your face as you So when I lift the corners of my mouth, my face will soften. I will feel calm in my body. Right arm extends, wrapping the muscles around the bones. And then exhale, gentle tip over. Lifting up. And soften down all the way to the ground. The exhale is our connection to the earth. Lifting up and flowing over. You go a little bit further, a little bit deeper, reaching out. Lifting up. And soften down. We're going to add our eagle arm, so we're going to be crossing over the right and the left side of the brain, but also our body. So we take a nice deep breath as we spread the wings out. And as you exhale, your right hand comes underneath, crossing over and lifting up. Here's our eagle arm. Just breathe here. You might close your eyes. And spread your wings out. And exhale, soften all the way to the ground. Keep sitting up nice and tall and connected. Pull that core into Lift up through the spine. And spreading your wings, take that nice inhale breath. Reach out. And exhale. The left hand crosses under. And we lift up. Gently opening up through the chest and the shoulders, the upper back. And just breathe here. Spread your wings out. And exhale, soften. Beautiful. Let's do our eagle arms to the right side. Lengthen out. Spread your wings. You are an angel reaching out. And exhale. Slowly bring the right arm under, crossing and lifting up. Take your arms out wide. Inhale. And exhale. Soften down. And one more to the left side, reaching out long and strong. Breathing out with the crossing over and lifting up. And reaching out. And exhale, soften down. Now this time we're going to spread our wings out. And as we exhale, we're scooping through the core and then folding yourself in, looking down at your toes. And then pull the core in because that's going to lift me up with a nice straight back. And exhale, really scoop yourself in and fold over like you're hugging a big balloon. And open. And really release that breath. It's a let it all out. And lift up. And scooping yourself in. Now bring your hands down to your knees. Sort of lift up through your head as you inhale, so that's nice and tall. And exhale, just relax your hands on top of your thighs, palms facing up, and breathe. We're going to get our creepy crawly fingers creeping up the wall. Get your thumb and all your fingers creeping, slowly creeping up, reaching up to the sky. Lift up with the inhale and exhale, release. Squeeze those shoulder blades behind and open through your heart as you lift up. And putting your head on top of your neck and release the shoulders down. So this time we're going to take our feet a little bit further away from us. So unravel the legs. And you want to sit up nice and tall if you're on that that pillow or that cushion or the bolster that you're sitting on. And I just roll my shoulders up and around and down. I'm going to take my feet so that my toes are pointing up to the sky. And I'm going to take a nice deep breath as I reach up with the inhale. And as I exhale, I'm leaning forward to try and touch my toes and relax my head down. When my head is down, I might blissfully have my eyes closed. And I'm going to lift my chin up slowly. I might open my eyes here, pull the core in and roll myself up with the inhale. And then palms come up, exhale. Just notice what happens in your shoulders when you bring your palms up. And we'll run through that again. Lift up those toes, reach up to the sun, inhale. And exhale, folding forward, trying to touch my toes, and exhale, relax the breath. Slowly lift your chin, open your eyes, all happens at the same time. Wherever my eyes and focus is, that's where my body will go. We want it to be up. If I'm looking down, I'm going to fall down. Breathe. And this time I'm going to push my legs out a little bit further away. Try and straighten them if you can. And I'm just gently going to come onto the floor so that I've got the bolster or the pillow behind me. Legs are straight, pushing through the heels to extend yourself out. We reach up for the inhale. And the exhale, try to fold forward and touch your toes. Try and get a really nice big grip on your feet if you can. And then just relax your head and pull yourself down. We're in our staff pose. Trying to pull our chest a little bit closer to our thighs if you can. Lifting the chin up, pull the core in. We breathe in as we roll up with the inhale. And the palms come up. Exhale. Really release all that breath. If you're not releasing your exhale breath fully, you can't, in your lungs, get an inhale breath. And we want to really get as much fresh air into our lungs as we can to fuel our brain, to oxygen to the brain. Once oxygen gets to the brain, it flows energy into our body. So we want as much breath, fresh air as we can, but you need to fully release and let go of that breath. Sitting up tall, reach for the sun. And imagine someone's pulling your fingers and you're folding over. Try and get as big a grip on your feet as you can, even if it's on your toes or even if you can't touch your toes. Imagine that you can. You can have your knees bent here if you need to. But of course, we're trying to straighten them out and pull ourselves all the way down and just breathe here in our staff pose. That lift of the chin, pull the core in because it's going to protect my back so that I can lift up nice and straight. Breathe in and exhale. And again, inhale, rise up and exhale, flow over. Lifting the chin, looking up, rolling up, breathe in, and exhale, palms up, shoulders are relaxed, heart is open, a little bit of a lift of your chin. It's like, here I am, I've arrived, here's my photo finish. And we'll do one more of those lovely staff poses. Try to pull your chest as close to your thighs as you can. And breathe in, reaching up. And flow to your toes. Lifting off the chin, core in, rolling up. And exhale. Now bring your right knee into your chest and lift yourself up nice and tall. Relaxing the shoulders down. And we're gently going to open through the hips and push that knee down to the ground and sitting up. So we're gently pushing that knee down to the ground and reaching up to the sky. And exhale, folding over. You're trying to push that right knee down to the ground as we open through the hips and head comes down. Lifting your chin up, same thing, looking up where you're going, rolling up with the inhale. And exhale, just bring your hands on top of your knees. And see if you can pull your heel in a little bit closer to your pelvis. So the more your heel is close to your pelvis, the deeper the stretch can be. So we're really doing a big hip opening here. So remember to honour your body and do what feels right for you. There are always options. Now, if your stretch is here, that's where you stay. Otherwise, we're trying to reach our toes and pull ourselves down. Lifting the chin up, rolling up, inhale. So we're using all the breath to move through our body. And gently, what I'm doing with my wrists, I'm gently pushing down to my knee so that it just gently opens the hip a little bit further. Now I'm going to release that leg, so the right knee comes in, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders rolled away. Extend your right leg out, push through the heel, and bring your left knee into your chest as you hug it in. And again, we're going to open through the hip. So bring your foot in, and then we're trying to push that knee as far to the ground as you can, and sitting up tall. So we breathe in, and exhale. I'm trying to touch my toes if I can, pull myself down, and that knee comes down to the ground. Lifting up the chin, rolling up with the inhale, and exhale, gently push that wrist on top of your knee, and that will gently open. We're going to move to the right side again, and we're going to increase the range of motion, intensify this movement. However, if you need to, you just keep your foot on the floor. Otherwise, extend through the heel, push the leg away, shift up on your sitting bones, sit up tall, nice straight back. We want our back to be like a rod, straight and still. So the right knee comes in, rotate the knee to the ground. You can keep your foot on the ground, or you can take it across and put it on top of your thigh. And again, we're trying to push that knee down to the ground. And I'm just gently using my wrist. And we're going to do what we call the cactus breath. So I'm going to reach up with the inhale. And as I exhale, I spread my wings, squeeze the shoulder blades, my palms are facing out, my fingers are wide. There's a little bit of a lift of the chin, and I'm leaning forward. Here's my cactus breath. And we're going to be like Lucy in the sky with diamonds. So we make a diamond with our hands. Inhale. And as we exhale, spread those fingers wide and leaning forward, gently opening through the hips. 2 more of those lovely deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. As I'm exhaling, I'm gently pushing that knee further away to the ground. 1 more. Inhale. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I love the Beatles. I've been singing out loud lately, playing the old favourites. It feels good. And reach the arms out. Inhale. And relax. Your shoulders down. So I'm just going to release that leg. The knee comes in and extend myself out. Left knee comes in. Now remember the options. You can keep your foot on the floor here if it's too intense on your hips. Or if you want the intensity, you bring that foot over and I'm trying to push that knee away. Here's our cactus breath. Inhale. And spreading your fingers and leaning forward. Rising up. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And 2 more. Reaching up. And exhale.
You're going to get a coffee right now. I need to go explore somewhere, Mum.
Yeah. Lifting up.
Mum, can I go to take them off?
Yes, all right.
Thanks. See you, bye. Love you.
And I love you too, darling. Okay. Inhale. And exhale. And reach out. And breathe down. Well done, team. And this time release your foot and bring your feet together, the soles of the feet. And pull those heels in towards you. Turning up that noise. It's kind of like garage yoga studio. The bikes are in here. And gently push those knees away. So after that lovely hip opening exercise, you should just feel like your knees can gently go down a little bit further. And I'm going to release my feet gently, take them out more like in a diamond and sitting up nice and tall. Spreading my wings to fly with the eagle. And I'm going to hug that ball in, scooping through the core. I might close my eyes here so I'm looking down. And lifting up. Inhale. And the exhale is the scooping in and the folding over. Lifting up. And breathing out. One more of those lovely breaths, really taking all the air and then scooping yourself in. Keeping your head down, lean over to your toes, grab your feet, open up through your heart as you smell the roses. And exhale, we just fold ourselves down. We're in our sleeping turtle, relaxing the head. Just breathe here.
That lifting of the chin, looking up, bring your elbows in, open through your heart. Feel like someone's pulling the core in, but lifting up through the crown of your head, stacking the spine on top with the inhale. And as I exhale, my palms come up, breathe down. Reaching up to the sky. And this time we flow forward to our toes in our sleeping turtle. Just breathe. Lifting your chin up, rolling up, breathing down. Arms are facing out. I've just got my thumb and my big finger together and sort of a little bit of it's called a mudra actually, and different mudras create different feelings in your body. They have the different pressure points that create. So I'm gently pushing my thumb and my big finger together, and sort of you can see it's quite sharp. The little finger is actually really pointing down. So let's try that again. Inhale, reaching up to the sky and folding forward. Here's our sleeping turtle. Lifting the chin, putting your head on top of your spine. Inhale, lift up. And I'm going to use that lovely mudra with my thumb and my big finger together. And we're going to move through our half lotus, which is preparation for the full lotus where our legs are crossing over. So I'm going to bring my right foot in as close to my pelvis as it can go. And I'm going to take my left leg on top of my leg, and I'm trying to, if I can, push that knee. You're trying to stack your shins so that they're parallel. So the more the shins are parallel, the deeper you can go into your pose. And here, I'm just gently using that mudra with my thumb and my big finger together, and just gently, I'm going to relax even one hand, and gently push down. So this would be preparation for my full lotus. If this is too intense on your hips, you can just release and cross your leg in front and just hold it here. Remember, the closer that your heel is to your pelvis, the deeper the stretch will be for you. So you honour your own body and do what feels right for you. You might blissfully close your eyes for a moment and just take 3 nice deep breaths in your own time. And blissfully open your eyes and just very gently release that foot. So you're going to turn that knee inwards here, because our knee will only move up and down. It does not move from side to side, so we need to make sure it's nice and straight. Whereas our hip, on the other hand, is that ball and socket, so it is meant to rotate and move as we move our bodies. So bring that knee in, extend. We're going to switch over, so your left knee comes in, and we take our right leg on top, and then we're trying to push that knee down, And just relax here. Now you might notice that you feel different on this side. It's very normal that both sides are a little bit out of balance, so there's normally a weak side and a strong side. So just be aware of which side maybe feels a bit easier for you. And that means that you need to work a little bit harder on the other side to make it balanced. Just relax and take 3 deep breaths. You might close your eyes blissfully. And gently open your eyes. And just notice what's happening in your body. And I'm gently going to release that foot out. I'm going to bring my feet together this time. I'm going to give myself a nice big hug as the knees come into the chest, wrapping myself around with lots of love and TLC, and then bowing my head down. Lifting my chin up, smell the roses, inhale. Exhale, blow out the candle. Well done, team. I'm going to gently release. And I'm going to turn my mat around because we're going to move through our pigeon pose. So you position yourself in the best place that you can see me. So come to your tabletop, hands spread wide, knees at width apart, and we simply bring your right knee forward, and then you might take on a wee bit of an angle, pushing that back leg away from you as far as it can go, tucking the toes down, and I want to lengthen through the spine, so I might come up onto my fingertips. Inhale, lifting up nice and tall with the back. And as I exhale, I fold myself over, trying to keep that nice straight back. I might bring my hands down, or my elbows, or my personal favourite is making fists and then resting my forehead on top. There's the release, there's the letting go. That lift of the chin, looking up, see where I'm going. Now I can lift myself up nice and tall with the inhale. And then just bring your hands down to the earth, exhale. So here we are in our pigeon pose, opening through the hips, opening the heart, lengthening through the spine. And I'm going to gently make a transition onto the other side. So I bring my leg back and just bring your left knee forward as far as it can go. You might bring your foot on a bit of an angle and push that leg away from you as far as it can go. Tucking the toes at the back and then lifting up through the spine. Here's the inhale breath. And as you exhale, fold yourself forward. Really release yourself down to the earth. Slowly lift the chin, open your eyes, coming on up, nice straight back, inhale. Hands down to the earth, the exhale. And I'm going to make a smooth transition to the other side. So I take that leg back, bring my right knee forward, lift up with the inhale, and fold myself over, exhale. Trying to always make little fine adjustments if you need to. Where can I go that can go a little bit deeper? This time I lift the chin, lifting up with the inhale. I'm going to roll over onto my right hip and swing my back leg around. Now I want both cheeks on the ground. So you might be here with two cheeky bits on the ground, or I'm going to intensify by trying to cross that foot over the top. My bottom foot, I might pull that away so that I've got both cheeks like a little red robin perched on the tree, sitting comfortably on the branch. So that creates my grounding, my solid foundation, so that I can lift myself up. And our seated eagle. If this is too intense for you in your hips, remember you can just take your foot out in front. And I'm going to add that restorative pose into my practice today. So I'm gently going to hug my knee in as much as I can, and then bow my head down and just breathe. Now the roses, lift up onto the fingertips, inhale, and then use that breath all the way down your spine. And I'm gently going to release my leg to the back. We're in our pigeon. Planting the hands, and I'm going to make a smooth transition to the other side. So my right leg goes back as my left knee comes up. Lift up with the inhale. And fold yourself forward. Wherever you land. You could, if you wanted to, reach your arms right out and relax the head down. Lifting the chin, hands come down, we lift up with the inhale. And I'm going to roll over onto the left hip and swing that back leg around wherever it lands, keeping both cheeks on the ground here. We're in our seated eagle. I'm just gently moving my bottom foot so that I've got space for my two cheeky bits to fit in. So if I'm out of balance, I'm going to probably be leaning over and I won't be able to balance myself. So I need to have both cheeks on the ground. Little red robin perched on the tree. That's me. Tweet, tweet. And where's that photo finish? If I'm hunching over, I want you to focus on pushing out your heart a little bit. Squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting up, lifting the chin. Feel comfortable. And let's give ourselves a big hug. Hug the knee in, and bow your head down. Smell the roses as you lift yourself up, please. And blow out the candle. Well done, team. Looking good out there, feeling good, looking good, having fun. I'm feeling really connected to the earth, but also lifting up to my ear above my head, like an you can do that, like a halo. And other hand, circle around, feel the ear above your head. Switch. We've been angels. And release. I'm going to swing my leg around and I'm going to come over to my knees. Now, here I'm in my hero pose, so my heels are straight down on top of my heels. Now, if you need to, you can grab a pillow and you can pop it underneath you if you like, so that you can just sit down and you've got that nice tall spine happening. So you can have that underneath you, or if you feel comfortable without it, you just sit down through our hero pose, rolling those shoulders away. Imagine you've got a wet towel and you want to wring it out. So here we're going to squeeze the towel, inhale. And as I exhale, my forehead comes down on top of my fist and I just breathe here. In our child pose, a lovely recovery. Just breathe. Slowly lift your chin. Breathing in, smell the roses. And exhale, palms come up. Blow out the candle. And we'll do one more of those lovely breaths. Squeeze, inhale. And allow the exhale breath to flow forward. Lifting the chin, open your eyes. Coming up with the inhale. Thumbs up, exhale. This time I'm going to reach the hands out in front. Take my knees a little bit wider than the mat and my toes come together. And I'm going to push the tailbone away and then just bow my head down to the earth. Forehead touches the ground. And just breathe here in my wide-legged child pose. That gentle lift of your head. Slowly bring your hands in towards you. Up tall with the inhale. And then the palms come up, exhale. And slowly walking your hands forward. You might take a nice deep breath here as you open your heart. And exhale, slow down to the earth. Lifting the chin, again walking your hands back. You'll take a nice inhale, breath as you stand tall, and exhale. Feel calm and peace in your body. Feel relaxed in your mind, relaxed in your face. That's where you might have that small smile, and relaxed in your shoulders. If I'm carrying any tension whatsoever, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I'll feel it in my head, in my forehead. My thoughts will be taking over. So we want to relax the head. If I'm feeling tense, my face will feel tense. So we want to relax the face. If I'm feeling tense, my shoulders will come up. And again, I want to relax the shoulders down and breathe. Walking the hands forward and bring your knees in towards you. 1, 2. Let's curve through the spine and enjoy a lovely cat pose. I'll just show you to the side. Curving under. Slowly come through the middle. And then looking up. Release the breath. And pushing down through the hands, and that creates that curving of the spine. Enjoy that lovely cat pose. And slowly come through the middle. And exhale. Cow pose. My heart is open, my chin is up, my mouth is open to get the air flowing. And curving under. And come through the middle. And breathe. And back to a neutral spine here. Reach the hands out in front of you this time. Take a breath. And as you exhale, I'm pushing the tail up in the air this time and my melting heart down here. Rolling onto the forearms like a sphinx. The hands come together, they go over the head and our temples. Rolling down on the forearms, push the palms down through the earth, melting heart down. Just breathe. And gently release, so you bring your hands. If you feel comfortable, you kneel down. You can grab that bolster or cushion and put it underneath you. So that I'm sitting up nice and tall here. Relaxing the shoulders. Let's bring our hands to our heart, push the palms together. Let's bring our gratitude hands together, clasping the hands, pointer up, thumbs together. And just gently push on your third eye chakra as you close your eyes. And just think of one thing that you're happy and grateful for in your life today. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale, bow your head down. Lifting up with the breath. Bring your hands down to your heart, center, and breathe. Maybe blissfully open your eyes. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths as we reach up to the sun. Inhale. Exhale, stretch it out. Breathing in all the air. Exhale. One more nice deep breath. Inhale, rising up. Bring your hands down to your heart center as we exhale through prayer. Namaste. Thank you, beautiful people, for joining me today. That was a beautiful practice for our Feel to Heal session today. So thanks for joining in. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.